Hello, this is TaseSky. Let's try again. Hello, this is TaseSkyMusic, and I'm about to go record some memories from my previous story I made in the early of February. Some of the memories have already vanished, and I think there is 3 or 4 remaining that will vanish today. And I want to try this, record my voice while I'm flying in sky, and hopefully this all works well because I'm planning to have a live concert in sky, streaming my playing in YouTube. I'm still waiting for the acceptance to stream anything in YouTube. Yeah. It is said that it takes up to 24 hours before it works. So let's hope it works today. I wanted to start recording yesterday and I did not know about the 24-hour thing. Now where I was going? I need to go Sanctuary. Okay. Takes me a few minutes to realize I need to think where I'm going while I speak. This is my first time ever doing something like this. So few minutes and I will understand what is happening all the time. I just have to concentrate. Something about the story itself. The story was called, well, is called Mysterious Caves, and I'm gonna keep it that way. It's gonna stay mysterious, because I don't want to reveal everything. Just tiny bits. You will see later, and I think it's more better people understand different things from the caves. Okay, here we have my shared space. I made 12 shared spaces with rays in each of them, and some of them are pretty hard. Like here you can see agreed, but if I were to make a space that include the rays, then I would test it out with friends so that I could take in the feedback and make it easier. End of tip. See you around. That was from Ruby PS Gustav. If you're reading this, hi and hope you're doing well. And I appreciate this kind of messages because the feedback helps everybody to improve whatever they are doing. And I haven't done these races that much before. I just bought this prop like maybe 3 weeks ago, perhaps. And I have realized I make the races a bit too hard, even for me, and I'm I'm quite good flyer in Sky. I played the game since 2019, and I have played quite a lot of games during my life. So I need to make them so much easier. But the hardest parts are like this. Open areas with clouds. Well, you can get more wing power, not powder. And it's extremely hard sometimes to hit these checkpoints. Like here, it's under the clouds for some reason. I can bounce on it and hope it hits it. That's pretty nice. But gliding is the thing. How to get them easiest way, in my opinion. And now the fast part. I also wanted to show how I made this story. And always when you miss the checkpoint, it's a little bit easier to just go for the next one. Unless you wanna race with your friends and beat them. When you skip the checkpoint, you will have more time for the rest of the checkpoints. But if you're stuck with one, you might end up losing all of your time, or just so much that it will cause troubles later on. No, I got lucky. Everything is burned. I can just fly this race, get all the candles, lights, wax, whatever you want to call, because we get candles from the light. So, back to the story. So 10 memories, 12 shared spaces with races. The races are a big part of the story because in the story there are creatures that are racing somewhere. Now at this point, oh, I'm not in the right place. At this point, the story has already got to the point where the creatures found something, and we do not know if they survived or not. But we found something else, and now we're trying to find out what else is in these mysterious caves. And there are different kind of creatures now. What are they doing? What are they working for? Oh. Flying in here, sanctuary. It's always a little bit different. So much air flows. I love that part. Feels good. Okay, we're almost there. For this race I had to use every single checkpoint. Here we go. Just under 4 minutes. Nice. Missed one only. And here, the first memory. I'm gonna be quiet when we watch this. There we go. Now we have to go to the next race, which is in the previous area of Prairie, Bird's Nest. I'm gonna skip all the lights I did not get from this race, like Geyser. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but it doesn't matter that much. You can understand, right? So, to Bird's Nest. I'm gonna let this manta take me a little bit higher. Except I see some butterflies. Let's take the easy colored eyes. Something about that music. I made it in the beginning of January, after I had recorded my first story in Sky. That was purely improvised story, and when I was making this story I always used a lot of time to improvise and compose the musical parts, and I always had to choose what to do with the music before I started writing. So sometimes it took me half an hour, maybe even 1 hour, because I really don't look the time when I'm playing and trying and improvising, composing. But it took me several hours to do that. And about the part down there, I made it in Aviary, the free space, and it always has the some kind of a challenge with few words. And back then it was new beginnings, and I was thinking, well, I had some pretty hard emotions back then, and I thought, yeah, we all need new beginnings. And I started playing, and quite quickly I made that melody. And I started to fell for it. Fell for the memory, I mean the melody, and for all of the January I thought about it and played it different places and started to include some other music parts that I had made during January, and some moment I thought about doing another story, and I wanted to use this beautiful memory and melody sorry, and here we are. Now it's here. Many different melodies from January. So I had some ideas before I started making this story. I did compose a lot more, and I did improvise quite much, but I think the result was super nice. And I still have to learn all the parts, and let's see how this works. Oh, missed it. Wanted to put some more speed. This is my favorite dive in the game. There are not that much small holes where you can dive like this, and when you hit the hole, oh, it feels amazing, just like now. This is a fun race, a little bit hard in the beginning to hit these checkpoints in the air. This area is quite floating. Oh, it's going really nice. And when I made this race in this area, I had to put that dive into the hole. It doesn't matter if you dive in or you just try to hop in there. Okay, where's the next race? Here. I know I hopped also speaking here. Now let me ask my son to be a little bit quieter. Guys, can you please be quiet? I'm still recording. Yeah, thank you. Maybe 10 minutes. Yeah. I live with my son. He's in the other room and we don't have a big door in between our rooms. He's 11 years old, loves to play Minecraft, and he also wants to be a YouTuber. Well, I have said I will help him and maybe soon we will start doing that. Because I have quite good equipment. I'm a musician myself. I play multiple instruments and I love composing. And I played a lot of different games and we like to play together, mostly Minecraft. When he was 5, 6 years old, we did play a little bit Sky too, because I had just found this game and I wanted to show it because this game is really childhood-like. All they wanted to do was hide and seek every time. They wanted to hide and seek and maybe change their clothes. Not that much other things. But it was always fun. Back then I had maybe a small issue with candle runs. I was kinda obsessed with candle runs. So sometimes I had difficulties to play hide and seek then because I wanted to do something else. But I did play this hide and seeks and we went sliding in valley. That's always fun with kids. Now we can do a lot of more, like play ball in those funny goals in Dream Village, I think. And I love these races. I hope they love it too. Okay, here we have another race, and this time we will have a memory in the end. And this is important in some of the races I have made. We have portals, and we cannot put fire unless it is in the quick emotes. So make sure you have fire in quick emotes here somewhere, so you can use it while in the race. And I do hope the speech from my son and his friend doesn't I mean, I hope you can't hear too much. so it won't disturb or you can't hear what they are speaking, because I do not want you to hear what they are speaking. I think I'm insulting their privacy by letting their voice into this video. But we are getting close, so let's see. Maybe they can play Minecraft without too much noise. Let's see. Here, I would love to take this, but in races, impossible. But I can, however, get some energy from it. Oh, that was close. We have these new worlds in this area that push us forward with speed and some whirls. Swirly whirls. Let's boost up the light. That's enough. For some reason in this area the timer goes fast and there's not much time to boost the wings, so it's hard to keep it at full. Going well. Here, quick emote, fire, and we can go beyond this portal. Then we have to fly a little bit. Jumping is really slow and it's possible that you can't reach that. I'm definitely gonna make this race again. Maybe try to make it easier. But it's a good race and you can get all the butterflies and of course the lights, wax. It's fun. And if you like candle runs, this is something you could do with your friends. Compete a little bit. It's not, you don't have to always grab your friend's hand and just be AFK or chat. You can also sometimes have a small race while doing XCR. Back to the story. So, you can see all these boats here. They have a meaning in the story. I wanted to see lots of boats in the story I made. And of course this is a cavernous area. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. I did not want to fail. And I did want to take those butterflies. Close one again. But we still can make it. I hope. Last ones. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. And just under 4 minutes. Okay, that was race number 10. And let's see the memory. Just checking the clock. I had plans to go somewhere and maybe I will stick to my schedule and be there or do something else. Let's see. I want to do this video right now. So here we are, 11th race, 2 races left. This place is really good to make any kind of shared spaces because people will find this easy. Tiger. I always thought this is a lion, but maybe it is a tiger. And why is it so close to the landing spot? I wanted to answer and I said, go see my 12 shared spaces and 10 memories and you will understand why so close. I hope they did. Yes, this race is difficult. In here we're gonna fly near the stream. And for some reason the timer is really quick in this area and getting more wing power is a little bit hard. At least now we can get some wing power from the baby mantas. Earlier you couldn't do that, but they fixed it. So 2 races left. Now I want to tell you a little tip how to have fun in the water. When you dive in, you can fly like this, go deep, and you will be down there. And after you get up, you can have a speed boost for flying. Just make sure you have a normal fly mode on, and once you're on the surface, you boost and quickly put the glide on. It works better with phones, in my opinion, but it is possible to do with console too. Like that. It's a good boost and really fun way to go hopping from the water. Now it didn't work. Hey baby mantas, give me a light please. Nope. Unlucky me. And in the water you can tap the jump fly button. You can go down with the deep voice call. Here I'm tapping, saving my energy. Oh, oops. Let's recharge. I think that's enough. Almost there. This is one of my favorite parts in Sky, in Peaks. Prairie Peaks, this crystal cave. The voice near the crystal cave is really beautiful. It's relaxing, and when I made the part I play here, I improvise at least half an hour, maybe 1 hour, with 2 different devices, even 3. I had a piano, I had a winter piano with 1 octave more, it's a bit higher, so I could reach a few notes I can't do with one equipment. And then I had my PS, and I used it to play saxophone. And then I improvised a lot. It was really fun. Okay, here's the memory. 9th memory. And the story is about to end. Yeah, one left. Let's go get it. I think this is pretty good test video. How well my voice will be heard, and how much noise, will be heard from the speech of my son and his friend. We will soon see. But to the last memory, back to the wind tunnels, wind paths, and we're gonna find the place where you meet Little Prince. A wonderful story. I do recommend to go for that story. It's beautiful, beautiful, really, really well made. And if you haven't been in wind paths before, I suggest you open them, because you can reach different places. This is quite beautiful. Also, and above these clouds, you can find something to sit on and fly with. Go check it out. Okay, we're heading towards Starlight Desert. It should be around here, just before Wasteland. Let's go in. Final race and final memory. And I thought this video will be only 15 minutes. I told the boys to be quiet, but I think 15 minutes is not what it took. This might have been half an hour. Here, last race. Final race. I always leave these hints how to reach the destination if you can't make the races, because sometimes it's really hard to finish the races. And this was quite a good spot for shared space also. Last race. Let's do it. And my best tip to do races when you have to fly, don't hesitate. And if it's hard to reach in the air, you can always change to this and maybe swirl. And every time you have a long path, start gliding. And before you hit it, I usually press the energy boost so I don't fall down too much. But sometimes I just glide in like this. And when I press the boost, I quite often move the cursor down. I mean the joystick in PlayStation, and well, you get the point. I have not practiced this race, but this should be okay. Some background noise. Maybe I'll cut it off. Let's see if I have to. If it doesn't bother me, it won't bother you. I hope. And not everything has to be perfect. That's my opinion in everything. Because when we give up to be perfect, we become more perfect. Wow, what did I miss? Oh, there. I heard beeping behind me. Using my studio headphones, so it's easy to hear everything, what's happening around me. And that was the last race and last memory. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Tells you something about me and a little bit more from the story and the races. I hope you enjoyed, and please, if you want to see me again, it's easy to click the subscribe, and also please tell your friends. If you like this, tell them, and maybe they will like it too. That's how it works, right? And it was my pleasure to do this, and I will do more. Here, the last memory. Good night. Well, it's morning for me, so good morning, and have a beautiful day if it's still going for you, and good night if you are going to sleep. Goodbye. Bye bye.